Good morning, Tehmina Khan is here in TKMaths is fun. In today's video, I will explain to you a concept of quadratic equation and function. This is video number 3, and in the previous two videos, I have explained to you the concept of solving quadratic equations by completing the square method and solving quadratic equation by using formula. The link for each video, video 1, video 2, is given in the description below. Now in this video, we will see how to reduce equations to quadratic equation and then solve it. Now when you're solving it, choice is yours. You're using completing square method or formula method, and one basic method which is factorization method. So all three methods, whatever you like. So solving quadratic equations that can be reduced to quadratic equations, right? Okay, so we will see what type of algebraic fractions are there which we can reduce to quadratic equations. And this is a part of the syllabus of O Level Mathematics. So before we begin, I want to build a concept here, just a recap. Whenever a quadratic equation is given to you, and you know the general form of the quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c, right? And when you sketch this equation, you get this form, and this is called parabola. When we say solve this equation, you know what does it mean? Solve this equation mean the answers you get after solving actually telling you the point on the x-axis through which the curve is passing. So for example, if this curve is passing through these 2 points, so I can say this is point minus 0.7 and this is 1.75. So if I say this curve is representing this equation, right? If I say this curve is representing this equation, then the roots of this equation will be minus 0.4 and 1.75, roots or solution, whatever you call it. Okay. Now let's see, I will take here different algebraic fractions, right? Equations, which I will reduce to quadratic equations. And after that I will solve. So the forms of the fractional equations I will take here will be different. So this is first form, for example. And you need to understand because one cannot explain you each and every form. So it is basically common sense. So I have taken here 4 examples. The first of all, like cross multiplication will give me this form, okay, x multiplied by this thing. Then I will expand the bracket. It will become 2x squared plus x, simple multiplication. And then I will rearrange. After rearranging, I will compare it with this form. I'm solving it using quadratic formula, right? I find it easy, and I think most of the students find it easy rather than completing square method. So until and unless it is said use completing square method, hardly anybody likes using it. People usually use quadratic formula. So now I know a is 2, b is 1, c is minus 8. If you need to go into detail of this, watch video number 2, which the link is given in the description below. And this is the quadratic formula. So I will substitute the values of ABC in this formula, right? So let's do it. So B is 1, okay, plus minus. Then B square mean 1 square, minus 4. A is 2 and C is minus 8. And then this whole thing is divided by 2a, and a is 2. After that, you will simply solve it, right? Inside the bracket, it will be minus minus plus. 4 2s are 8, 8 8s are 64. So you can see here, 64 plus 1 is 65. So you will solve it one time with plus root 65 and one time with minus root 65 divided by 4. Now, when you're using calculator, you need to be very careful. I will tell you where students usually make mistake. When they write, for example, they are solving this one in the calculator, they write minus 1 plus root 65 divided by 4 equals 2 and get the answer. Now, definitely you will get wrong answer because calculator will take this input as divide root 65 by 4 and the answer add minus 1. If you're solving this question, you know what you should do? After doing -1 plus root 65, you should press equals to button. Whatever the answer will come there, then divide that answer by 4 and then press equals to, you will get the right answer. And if you don't want to do all this, then in the calculator on the left hand side, you will see there is a fractional button like this. Use this button, write this whole numerator here and denominator here and press equals to. You will get the right answer. Right? So anyway, you will solve it and you will get two answers, which are the roots of the quadratic equation, which is this one, right? And if you sketch it, the curve will pass through these 2 points on the x-axis. Now let's look at this expression, equation, fractional equations, right? Algebraic fractional equations. How you will change it into this form. So this you will multiply by this. So cross multiply. And I hope you know the reason or logic behind it, which I'm not going into detail, because actually it doesn't cross multiply. What happened? You multiply both sides by x minus 5, it cancels out, and this multiplies by it, right? So, but we usually say cross multiply, we are multiplying this by this. Okay. So now I will open the bracket, expand the bracket, basic algebra, and I will rearrange all this into this form. If you don't know how to expand bracket, you can see my video algebra expansions, right? You will find it on my YouTube video, blog side. Address is given on the first slide. So after rearranging it, you will get this quadratic equation. Now there are two ways. Straight away apply quadratic formula, the one which I have just solved in the previous equation, or you can try to apply what? Factorization if possible, right? For example, I'm just showing here, somebody wants to try factorization. What he can check, 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. The factors of 12 are 12 ones are 12, 6 twos are 12, 4 threes are 12. Does any pair give you minus 10? 12 and 1 will give you 11 or 13. This will give you 8 or 4. This will give you 7 or 1. So nobody will give you here. None of the pair will give you here 10. Okay, minus 10. So that's why we will apply quadratic formula. I will pick up my ABC. So A is 2, B is minus 10, C is minus 6. Right? We have seen this in detail in the previous video and in the earlier question. Now I will just plug in the value of ABC here. I have shown you. So after plugging in the value, you simplify it. Remember one thing. Remember, if you will not write bracket, I have seen students writing here in place of b square, they write minus 10 square, which gives them minus 100. Please don't make that mistake. This square is on b, and your value of b is minus 10. So minus 10 whole should be squared, okay? Do not write it like this. This is wrong. Anyway, and don't forget to put this sign because minus minus will become plus. So now after that, you have to solve it one time with plus value and one time with minus value. And you will get the answer. Okay, so calculator use I have already told you and you will get it. Now you have to listen to me, and you have listened to me enough. So I'm giving you 2 minutes break or 5 minutes in a sense. Put your video on pause and try solving this question on your own. I'll just show you the solution of it. I will not explain it. It is exactly what I have done. So it is your time to try yourself how much you understood so far. Okay, so I'm showing the solution. You put it on pause, try it yourself, and then check your work yourself. So here is the thingy. You can check, and then if you're right, good happy star or happy face to yourself. Otherwise, do the correction where it is needed. Now let's look at this form. This looks little complicated, little different, but almost same. So you can expand this, right? Both of them. And then cross multiply, because we try to finish a fractional form and we want to bring it into simple general quadratic equation form. So we can pick up ABC, right? So I have expanded this in blue color. I have expanded denominator in red color. Like terms I will add or subtract, whatever the sign is there. I got this. And then 3 will multiply by this. This 2 will multiply by this, right? And then I will open the brackets. So 3x squared multiply by this, and so on. Okay. Now, after multiplication, 3x squared, 15 minus 15x plus 18, and so on. You will bring everything to this side and bring it into general quadratic equation form. Right? You can try this out. Simple calculation, no complication at all here at the moment. Once you get it into this form, pick up your ABC. So your A is 1, B is minus 17, C is 22, right? And then you will substitute it in the formula the way we have done before. I'm sure you would know by heart the formula now. Minus B plus minus B square minus 4AC over 2A. Okay. And then use calculator to get the answers. And be careful the way I have told you how to use calculator to get the right answer. Okay. Now let's look at this. This equation, this question is done wrong by most of the students, and I will tell you why. Whenever there is minus between the algebraic fractions, I would suggest put bracket to avoid any confusion, right? For the double term, single term, it's not necessary. So first of all, I will take LCM. Okay, when I will take LCM, these two will go in the denominator. 7 will multiply by this, x plus 1 will multiply by x minus 1. I have used different color to make it prominent. Numerators are written with black colors, and these multiplications are written in red color. Now I need to simplify the numerator, right? I have to simplify the numerator. This one is okay, 7x plus 21. What about this? Be careful about this minus sign. First of all, simplify it, and then all the terms you will multiply by minus. Now there are two ways. One is you simply expand the way you do, whereas it reminds you algebraic fraction, which is this one, a plus b a minus b. Is it or not? Suppose this is a, same, b, same, opposite sign, exactly this form. So this thing is equals to a square minus b square. So what this will be equal to? X square minus 1 square. I'm talking about these two terms, right? Let's see. Okay, so this will become x square minus 1. Now I will multiply each of them by minus. So this will become minus. This will become plus, minus, minus, plus. And at the same time, I'm expanding denominator, simplifying it. Plus 3x minus x will become 2x. After that, now there is no like term here. Yes, this is 21 plus 1 will become 22. That is fine. And then after that, cross multiplication. This will go here, this whole thing. And this 2 will come here. Can you notice here? And now expand the bracket, bring everything to one side and bring it into simple quadratic general form, which is what? Ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, bring it into this form so that you can pick up ABC. Now if you notice, these are like terms. Letter is same. So 14 minus 2 is what? 12. Now 44 and 3 are like terms. So 44 plus 3 is 47. Again, x square is like term. Minus 1 minus 2 is equals to minus 3. Now if you want to take your ABC as a is 3, a is minus 3, b is 12, and c is 47, it is fine. You can do it. But what I have done, just to show you another thing, if you multiply throughout by minus 1, all the signs will change. And now your ABC will be a is 3, b is minus 12, c is minus 47. Both will give you same answer. You can try it yourself. I will show you the solution here by substitution here. And you can try the other number, this one, okay, with the different sign, opposite sign. And you will see you will get the same answer. And you always give your answer in three significant figure. Remember, this is the requirement of the paper. So this is how you apply quadratic formula by reducing equation. Now this is the last question. It is very interesting. You know the difference mean when you minus two things. So question is saying the difference between two positive numbers. These are the numbers. And positive numbers mean maybe one is 6, other is 5. Maybe one is 8, other is 9. So difference between them is 1. Now what mistake a student can make, let's see it. Okay, because we have seen this in the class. There are three parts of this question. First part is giving you hint. Okay, when you apply this concept of difference and to form an equation, you should get this equation. Okay, and then second part of the question is saying then solve that equation. And third part of the question is saying find those two positive numbers. So let's just start with the first part where we have to form this equation. So the difference between them. Now the point here is, look at this. What is written first, I'm writing it. What is written second, I'm writing it. Difference mean minus them. I'm subtracting it, equals to 1. Here I have written this first, this second. Subtracting and put equals to 1. Now my question to you, I mean we will simplify both and we will see which one gives us this form, because question is saying reduces to this form. But one concept, both numerators are same. Okay, both numerators are same. This denominator is x and this is x plus 1, and we know x is the positive number. Okay, so if this is 4, this is 5. If this is 8, this is 9. Now you remember, you in the junior classes you learn one thing. If you increase the denominator, overall number becomes smaller, right? So it means this fraction will have a smaller number compared to this one. So if this is a smaller positive number and this is a bigger positive number, then I'm getting 1. Whereas in this case, I'm writing it ulta. If I'm writing this first, it means I'm writing a smaller number first. For example, these two are the numbers, and writing bigger number later. Then it should be minus 1. So that's why when you're solving, think logically what you should take. Otherwise, when you will start solving it, you will know where you have gone wrong. So let's see, somebody cannot make connection the way I have explained to you. Then what that person will see. I'm solving both together here, right? So I will take LCM here, similarly here. Okay, when I will take LCM here, 12 will multiply by x. This 12 will multiply by x plus 1. Same thing will here. It will multiply by this. So you can see what I'm doing, right? Denominator is same. Now I'm opening the brackets. Okay, this bracket I have opened. So this minus 12x and plus 12x will cancel out. Here, this will cancel out. And I'm left with this. So when I will cross multiply, here I have already multiplied here, I got this thing. Okay, x square plus x. Now when I will take this 12 here, it will be minus 12. And this minus 12, when I will take it here, it will become plus 12. And question was saying show this, not this. So that's why this is not correct. Okay. This is not correct and this is correct. And I told you earlier here when I will explaining you logically why this one was correct. Now after that, question is saying solve the equation and find the numbers. So now we will solve this quadratic equation with the help of factorization if we can. And if we cannot factorize, we will use quadratic formula. Even then you can use quadratic formula. Even here you can use quadratic formula and you will get the same numbers. Now this is out. Reason is question is saying two positive number. So my one number is x plus 3 and I have to find out what is my other number. You know, these were the two numbers given to us in the question. So I will substitute this value of x here and here. See, if I put it here, 3 plus 1 is 4. So answer is coming 3. If I put it here, answer is coming 4. So my one number is 4 and my other number is 3. So with this, I will end this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please press like and subscribe if you have learned something from this video, and do share it with your friends. Take care. Allah Hafiz.